Good evening, everyone. We are heading towards the business end of the tournament where each games matters a lot. There are going to be a lot of shuffles in the points table. Today's game is between the Chennai Super Kings and the Mumbai Indians. Desperate 2 points for the Chennai Super Kings to be in this tournament. Good evening, it's Afrin Khan, and with me is Prasen Maudgal. Hi, Prasen.
Hi, Afrin. You must be really happy. Mumbai Indians third position on the points table. If they win today, they're going to the top. Are you excited for today's
Absolutely,
match?
absolutely. My home team, and they're always in the top four, so we are pretty used to it. Unlike
Fourth place.
they
Who?
are
Wait,
always
second.
in the they are always in the top four. I'm saying, unlike your RCB, but this time they're putting up a good show, huh? So you are happy as well.
Yeah, look, no doubt. I mean, we have had a couple of very interesting matches across the whole IPL. Teams are putting up really good performances, and RCB are doing well. For a change, their side is looking very balanced, and that has come as a result of some good purchases at the auction. Chris Morris has made a huge impact. Aaron Finch has done really well. But again, there's nothing comes really close to what the Mumbai Indians have managed to do this season. I mean, they've been doing it for so many seasons now. They've stuck to their core of players. They really back those players and they don't make unnecessary changes in their side. And I think it's a case of each and every player being able to perform and put up a good show on the board. Because if you have a team in which you just depend on one or two players, we were speaking about RCB. That's been the case with RCB for so many years. They've depended only on Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers, but that's not been the case for Mumbai Indians. They've had so many performers in their side, and they're looking really, really good again this season. And the Chennai Super Kings definitely have their task cut out today.
Well, the Mumbai Indians, they are such a consistent team. Each day, one or the other stands up and they're like, "Chalo, it's my day. I'm gonna make you win today."
Yeah, that's the best part, right, about the Mumbai Indians. They made a very, very important trade when they got Quinton de Kock from the Royal Challengers Bangalore, and he's had a phenomenal season. He's got 3 half centuries in 4 matches, and he's looking very, very good at the top of the order. And there's no doubt that even the others, the top five have all got at least 1 half century, and that is fantastic to see because if you have a team in which you have people performing, and it's not really only about the batting, they've got the bowlers also. The bowlers are doing a phenomenal job. And it's just great to see that they have an all-round team. On the other hand, the Chennai Super Kings, they haven't been able to depend on one man in particular. They've really missed Suresh Raina's services. Harbhajan Singh has also, missed out this season. And two experienced players, two players, who, especially Suresh Raina, he's been with the franchise since the inception. He's been a huge loss. And without him in the side, CSK haven't been able to look at one particular person to do a bulk of the scoring and to take up the responsibility of sort of shielding the team against quick wickets. And unfortunately, it's been a season of too many speed bumps for the Chennai Super Kings in IPL 2020. Whereas the Mumbai Indians are looking mint, all their players are stepping up and performing in every single game. At least they have one performer in every game, and that is what is important when you're playing a league like this. Because IPL is such a high, challenging atmosphere, you need to have a team of match winners, and that is what the Mumbai Indians have been all about. And this match, considering that it is in Sharjah, is going to be a really, really tough, ask for the Chennai Super Kings.
Prasid, I must have seen these two teams playing at Wankhede approx 5 times, and I'll tell you, each time the match has gone to the very last over. But this
Yeah.
game looks slightly in favor of Mumbai Indians.
Yeah, I mean, look, the Mumbai Indians are a fantastic side, and the reason it's gone all the way to the super over is that they've had guys who can perform. See that match against the Royal Challengers Bangalore that went into the super over. They lost their top order, and it was really left to Kieron Pollard and Ishan Kishan to really perform. And we saw Ishan Kishan score that 99. And in a team which has Quinton de Kock, Rohit Sharma, Surya Kumar Yadav, Hardik Pandya, you really don't pin your hopes on Ishan Kishan, but he stepped up, and that is a prime example of how the Mumbai Indians have trusted their batsmen, trusted their bowlers, trusted their whole unit as a whole, and that has really helped them. And even in the match against the Kingsland Punjab, they have so much of depth. So even in the two super overs that they had, they didn't have two doubts about who they were going to send out to bat, and that is a hallmark of a great team. Unfortunately, they didn't cross the line. Trent Bolt, he didn't deliver a perfect second super over, but that's just a minor blip on their part, because they're looking very good. They're looking solid as a unit, and if they win today, they know that they're going to the top of the points table. So there's a lot at stake, and I feel they're really going to come up with a good performance.
Mumbai Indians, they look absolutely settled. They'll have to do really something, weird in order to lose this one to CSK, right?
Yeah, no doubt, because they're looking very good, as we spoken about earlier. Also, they're looking a side which is pretty much unbeatable at this stage, barring a couple of mishaps. I mean, you really can't call them mishaps, because the players who they have, again, we have spoken about it. Let's just consider the fact that Hardik Pandya, Kieron Pollard, Krunal Pandya haven't even got too many opportunities to bat, because of the fact that the
Absolutely.
top order is doing such a phenomenal job for them. And if Kieron Pollard and Hardik Pandya do get a chance to perform, we know how dangerous they can be. So we haven't seen the Mumbai Indians being completely outplayed, or even put under the pump too much in this season, and that's just been the trademark for their side. That's a template that served them well, which is to really believe in a core of players, and they're doing a phenomenal job at it. CSK, on the other hand, I feel MS Dhoni has probably waved a proverbial white flag, and he said that we really know that CSK aren't going anywhere. Although they are in with a mathematical chance of making the playoffs, it just looks very, very tough for them, because they will be facing quality oppositions. RCB come next on Sunday, and they do have their task cut out. And considering this is in Sharjah, they've lost both their matches, and it's going to be a
Hmm.
very tough task for them to beat this informed Mumbai unit.
So the news from the toss is Mumbai have won it and they've elected to field first. So they're gonna chase, and Chennai has bought in Imran Tahir. Too late for him to come back to the side.
More than too late, I'll say finally. I mean,
Finally,
look, Imran
yeah.
Tahir is won the purple cap in the 2019 IPL. I mean, granted that you want to have so many all-rounders in your side, but when you have a match winner like Imran Tahir, it was really surprising, for me to see him on the benches for such a long time, and him, just sitting there and serving drinks. But yeah, that's what the IPL is about, and we know how big a fan of all-rounders MS Dhoni is. He really, really banks on his all-rounders. That's why they got Sam Curran and Wayne Bravo. They waited for Bravo to come back, and they made the most use of his services. And now that he's out, Josh Hazelwood came in for them in the last game. He's not really an attacking bowler, but he has done his bit, in the tournament. And interesting to see that they've really dropped Shane Watson for
Yes,
Imran Tahir
they've
in this
dropped.
match.
Yes, they've dropped Watson. And I just wanted to say a lot of surprising decisions made by Dhoni this time around, holding himself in those initial games wherein he should have come up and closed the games. Then being very defensive, playing Yadav, dropping him again, playing and again dropping, bringing Imran Tahir so late in the tournament. What's the deal with CSK, huh?
Look, CSK have looked a very different side. There's no doubt about it. And the problems for them started right from the beginning of the season. They lost Suresh Raina, they lost Harbhajan Singh, Deepak Chahar and Ruturaj Gaikwad were diagnosed with coronavirus. And, even their support staff, a whole bunch of them were diagnosed with the coronavirus. And it's been a tough season for them, there's no doubt. But, their players haven't really been able to step up. The lack of intent has really hurt the side. I'm not too sure what it is really about, because they do have quality players, Shane Watson, Faf du Plessis, Ambati Rayudu, Ravindra Jadeja, MS Dhoni himself. They're all quality players, and these players will be in high demand in any team that wants them if they go into the IPL auction. So it's just been a very bad season for them, in the sense that they haven't been able to convert their starts in the big knocks, the batsmen. And the bowlers have been pretty wayward with their line and length, and they haven't really stuck to their guns. And it's been a very tough season, no doubt. And yeah, they've made a couple of tough calls as well. They've stuck with Kedar Jadhav for a long time. He hasn't really given them too many returns. MS Dhoni, again, he played down the fact that he was coming down because he was not match fit to play, and I think that's a valid reason. But again, he hasn't performed in the matches where he has got opportunities, and I feel they'll just probably let this season go. They'll play the remaining matches, and we'll see a complete team rehaul after the end of the season.
What next if they lose today?
They can't go anywhere. I mean, they will be rooted to the bottom of the points table unless the Rajasthan Royals fail to win a few of the next matches and CSK manage to win a few more. But look, I mean, I know, I think, CSK have really realized that they don't have much to play for. And, it's not surprising that Dhoni has made three changes to the side today. Kedar Jadhav, Shane Watson, and Piyush Chawla, three of them go out. Three of their most experienced players, really, if you look at it. And instead, they've got youngsters in. Ruturaj Gaikwad is in, Jagdishan is in, and their youngest of the
Imran
lot,
Tahir.
Imran Tahir, is in that side as well. So, look, I mean, I think they've decided that they are done with the season. They aren't really in with a chance, and I don't think Dhoni is someone who believes in mathematical probabilities of making the playoffs. That this is a side, let's not forget, which has made the playoffs in every single edition of the IPL that they've played. And this season's been very, very difficult, very different for them. And yeah, I think if they lose today, it's just going to be another dent in their whole confidence. And they're just done. I don't think they're looking forward to making the playoffs, even though they have a mathematical chance at it.
Well, to the fantasy team, I would want to know how many players from CSK have made to your team present today.
Yeah, look, I mean, we haven't picked too many because obviously CSK haven't been
Obvious.
doing too well. There's no doubt that CSK have looked really off color this season. But yeah, I mean, we picked Dhoni, we picked Faf, Ambati Rayudu, Karan Jadeja, and Tahir in our fantasy side for today because these are all again proven performers and they will get their chances. From the Mumbai Indians, we've picked Quinton de Kock, Hardik Pandya, Surya Kumar Yadav, Bumrah, and Bolt. For those of you wondering why we've not picked Rohit Sharma, it's because he's not playing this match. He is sitting out because I think he's sick. And Kieron
Hmm.
Pollard is captaining the Mumbai Indians in this match, so that's why we've not picked Rohit Sharma. But yeah, look, Quinton de Kock, he's in phenomenal form. Three half centuries from the last four games, and he's looking really, really good. Faf du Plessis, he'll have a huge role to play considering that the Chennai Super Kings are batting first and they're playing in Sharjah, so he'll need to put in a very good performance because Shane Watson's not there. Ambati Rayudu and Sam Curran, they are forming that top three, and they will really need to get going from ball one. They're playing against a quality Mumbai Indians bowling unit, and they will need to be at their very best. Hardik Pandya hasn't had too many chances to bat. He hasn't bowled either in this tournament, and he'll be really, really itching to get some runs under his belt. And considering that it's Sharjah, he'll be really looking to clear those boundaries and clear them very, very easily. Surya Kumar Yadav again, I think they brought in Saurabh Tiwari in place of Rohit Sharma, so it'll be interesting to see which opening pair they go with. They can go with Kishan de Kock, they can go with Tiwari de Kock, they can go with Surya Kumar de Kock. I feel they might play Surya Kumar Yadav at the top, considering that he's the right hand choice for the left right combination, and he'll be a very important part. He's also got into form. We saw how good he was against the Rajasthan Royals, and he'll need to continue his good
Hmm.
form. Jadeja again, he's spinning the ball a fair bit. Good to see him contributing with the bat. He'll be a very, very important part of that later order for the Chennai Super Kings. Sam Curran again, he's opening and he bowls also. He bowls out his 4 overs, more often than not, and so he's guaranteed for a few points. Yesterday, the Sunad made this team, and he picked Jofra Archer as the captain, and that really paid dividends. He tonked a couple of deliveries, and he also took major wickets. So it's great to see Bumrah is again picked as the vice captain because this is a struggling Chennai Super Kings side, and they do have inexperience in the middle order in the form of Ruturaj Gaikwad and Jagdishan, who haven't played too much at the highest level. And if Bumrah gets a shot at them, he might really, get them out early, and that's why Bumrah is a good pick as probably a vice captain for this side. Trent Bolt again, he's a very important part. He gives you that variation, swings the ball into the right hander, and if he gets some early inroads with the new ball, then CSK could really be in trouble. Imran Tahir, look, I mean, we were clamoring for Chris Gale's addition to the side in the Kingsland Punjab, and what sort of an impact has he made? They won 3 matches in a row, and he just brings that energy into the side. And probably, with Imran Tahir coming into the Chennai Super Kings, even if he doesn't pick up any wickets, which I'll be surprised if he doesn't, he's definitely going to raise the morale of the side. And with Sharjah producing spin and grip over the last few games, Imran Tahir is definitely going to be a key component of that side. So, very good team. I think it's great to see some
Absolutely, yes.
you know uh, good selections. What do you reckon? Anyone missing from here?
No, it's a good team for today. I won't say much because it's a Mumbai heavy team, so I would go with with it. And just wanted to ask you, Prasim, since Chennai will be defending a total, what is the kind of total they'll be, having in mind to defend? And again, Imran Tahir will be bowling the second innings, so some issues with the dew as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be hard for CSK to defend because their bowlers haven't exactly been the incisive type. They've had their issues in the past few games. They've sprayed it around here and there, and let's not forget they were very poor in the games that they played in Sharjah. They first played against the Rajasthan Royals and got hit all over the park, and against the Delhi Capitals, Akshar Patel hit 3 overs of that 1 over from Jadeja in the end and took his side over the line. So they definitely don't have fond memories of bowling in Sharjah, and I feel that's going to be a slight mental roadblock just before they head into this game, even considering the fact that they aren't really in form. And MS Dhoni himself has made it clear that they aren't going to push for wins, and they pretty much are done in this campaign. It's going to be tough. I think they'll need to put up a huge score because the Mumbai Indians batting is has a very very long I mean length of the Mumbai Indians batting unit is pretty large, and they have some very big names over there, so they will need to put up a very big score. I feel they'll need to minimum get around 180 and 190 and hope for the spinners to do well. Otherwise they could be outplayed by the Mumbai Indians today.
I think I shall not ask you this because you've made it very clear a number of times, but still, your prediction for today, Mumbai or Chennai?
I think Mumbai Indians are definitely in with a very good chance because they're a team in form. They've all players have stepped up so far, and the Chennai Super Kings obviously after their last loss, they aren't looking the side that they initially were advertised to be. Unfortunately, they've had to make too many changes in their lineup, and now they have inexperience also with Gaikwad, Jagdishan coming in. And while they'll want to put up a good show, I feel the Mumbai Indians bowling unit is very strong, and the batting is also in great form. So I think the Mumbai Indians definitely have a big upper hand in this contest.
Well, let's hope for a good game on a Friday evening. That's it for today, guys. Thanks, Prasen, for joining us. Remember, it's double header tomorrow and the day after. So we're gonna meet at 3 p.m. instead of 7 p.m. Enjoy the game of all of you and stay safe. Bye bye.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.